Siam, Nichalata, Siam. Just thanking each and every one of you from the bottom of our heart here, from our family. Thanking you from the youngest to the oldest. Thanking our relatives for answering the call. All of you just coming here. Just your presence is good medicine. Just want to start in a good way and ask each of you to um, just have a good thought, good word. We just want to pray today that we have a good gathering for our hosts and to do a little bit of information sharing with each of you and where you're from. We know we also have a snow situation and we want to get everybody on the road. And so we're passing around a contact sheet for all our relatives. We'll share, and then I'll share this on a YouTube channel so that should anybody miss the meeting and not know who we are and where we're coming from and how far we're going to be paddling to be with our relatives in about 180 days. Not to say that it's that close, but I could be off. I'm just, but just want to just um, ask my relative here, Hutcher Qualton, to we always like to close our table in a good way with the prayer, uh, thanking the spirit, thanking the plants and animals that have sacrificed their lives to bring us nourishment, thanking the spirit, thanking the Quallensons for blessing you as you come down Lummi Shore Road and as you make your journey home. And so just want to have that good thought, good word, and keep our little bit of work going in a good way. Thanking our tribal leaders that are here. Thanking our relatives from near and far from the island. I know you've traveled very far, and so we want to just do this. A Stitipsin in our language is as best as we can. And a Stitipsin, I'm doing the best I can. And that's all we can do. And I give 100%, and that's all I got. But we're going to do this with a good heart and a good mind. So just asking you to have that good thought and prayers for our families near and far, that we remember our relatives as far out as where the ocean shores are, all the way up here to where we are, to probably where you are, that our families are going through a lot in our homeland. So
Good PM, a little prayer. Pray, pray, participate. Pray, 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 talk about. Pray, pray, participate. Take the earth. Take the water. Take the fire. Take the water fountain. Take all of our daily life. We get to stop and visit our people. Place where they stop. Visit them. It's really something to get to place where they stop. It's really important that we do this. Stop at all the village sites. We're going to stop in Bellingham. Bellingham, there's village sites all over in Bellingham. We're going to go to Bellingham this year. The mummies, those homes. That's our great grandfather's home. Buxton Lake. Oh, 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 hey, oh, 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 hey, oh, oh. That's our great grandfather, one of his blessing You know, God knows how old some of these songs we everybody sings. They could be old as heck. You know, four generations, five generations, six, seven generations back. Travel all the days where all our people go, all our people live, and the memories are still there. You've got to walk the earth and find out. Just they'll reveal the memories to you. Really important that we talk to all the village types. That's what New Journey for. Healing of our heart, healing of our soul, healing of our people, especially the way we've been treated in our generation. They're starting to recognize us now in a good way, not the bad way, like the boarding schools, and, you know, the smallpox. I tell you a story for grandmother. Grandmother, she lived on Marcus Island, and she said there wasn't enough people to keep the longhouses warm, so they had to leave. So she left with her uncle. And she was 8 years old when she said she come to her right mind. When she woke up, she said, 8 years old, sitting in the field, and all my bequeaths of people from the cemetery, the high class people, ones that are in the ones that are buried in the community. Said I woke up, there I was sitting in my bequeaths, the high class, to take them out of the cemetery, so nobody would walk on them. This is how they save their people. Don't want nobody walking on their people. So take them out of the cemetery. Happens all over here. All over. Anyway, he said there wasn't enough people to keep the longhouses warm, so we had to leave. That's my 5 uncles. They were meaner than hell, he said. That's why we lived through it. Anyway, she said we are going to come back 3 years in a row, taking for Queens out of cemetery. The third year, come back all along after they burnt. All the cemeteries pushed in. All the canoes were burnt. The Queens were in. Buried the high class people. Waited buried in the trees. Pushed over the trees and they wanted to live there. So they burned everything. That's my grandma's story. Our grandma. Just I share a little history of who we are, where we come from. It's him.
It's him. It's him. Thank you, Hutcha Colton. For those that don't know me, Salkadab, Siam. I know there's a lot of us here, and I'm one to do introductions. And I'd like to, if you would, Madam Chairwoman, we'll start right here and we'll just go around. And I just want everybody to introduce yourself. Siam and Chalacha, doing this in a good way.
So I want to thank Brad for opening up his house, sharing the wealth that he has within himself and his family, but the cooks that we prepared for us today, the medicines that you're giving us in that area. Francis Charles, I'm a member of the Elwha tribe. Late Uncle Andy Thomas, It's Esquimalt, it's my uncle. My grandmother, Ellen Thomas, come from the Esquimalt Nation, as well as Arlene's grandma, those parts of it. So we have a lot of those inner connections and ties that we're here today to listen, to see if there's any questions. We have a few things that will state of what we're looking at doing in Elwha, but we really want to recognize and invite all of you to Elwha for the Cattle to 2025. 2005 we hosted, and it was in relations to our ancestors. And we had a big burial site that was, I say, rediscovered or recovered in its own way. But that was the theme that we had back then. And this is our 20-year anniversary that we're moving forward with 2025. But we don't want to forget our ancestors, so we're going to intertwine it in this setting as well. We did come back with our titles. The dams removed, a river reborn, spirits renewed. It is what the Cattle to Elwha theme will be for us because of the 2 dams that we had taken out in Elwha. And these are 2 successes on our projects that we were told, or Elwha was told that it would happen. Not only from the local level, but all the way to Washington, D.C. level. But with all of your help, not only in the state side, but the international side, when everybody came together and unified in the ways that we do for the betterment of our people, we were successful. And we gratitude all of you for helping us through that process, because you made it successful for us, for our elders, for our community, and for our youth, and for our future generation. And it's a battle that we're still moving forward with, but we're taking little steps. But of course, you know what's going on in DC right now, so we have big steps we all have to take, and again be unified on those parts of it. But really, thank you, Fred, and everybody that's here today. If you have questions, we're here to answer them, and we'll go from there, because we will be doing some more meetings, and we'll be attending more of the meetings just as much. Thanks, Harry, and your family, for everything that you do, just as well, for letting us know. And we didn't want Fred to feel that we're intruding in any way. We heard about it, and we just wanted to come and listen in and guide in any way we could with questions and answers. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Tanya Clark. I'm the executive director for Elwha. My name is Sutsa. My English name is Arlene Wheeler, and everybody knows me as Pebbles, so forget the Arlene part. Everybody's going to Arlene, ooh. But yeah, so I'm glad to be here.
My name is Audrey. Audrey Gale, that's my daughter. Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa Gilman. I'm Lower Elwha Tribal Council community member. I'm very excited to host and welcome you guys all to the volunteer story.
James, my name is James Spears. I am a junior Elwha warrior.
Leila, I'm Quinkett with the Good Night Canoe family.
I'm Howie Ox. Mark Charles. Everybody knows me as Hammer Time from Lower Elwha.
Museum.
Yampton Cincinnati Athlona Stevenson. I am Vanessa Castle or Yampton, and I'm just here to listen.
Hello everyone, I'm Tia Skirbeck, council member with Lower Elwha.
Welcome.
I'm Jerry Charles from Elwha, Francis's husband.
Hello everyone, I'm Anita Jish. There's Paul Robinson from Ahousaht. Lower Elwha was the once and only I paddled from home to the 20 years ago, I guess. And, I have a 46-foot dugout cedar canoe that my dad and his late uncle and myself made. We took the prow that wolf head off and put a a raven headdress and performed at your beach. And I didn't know at the time that might have listed in protocol of everyone at the time until I was on shore, that being our first time. And we'd like to do something similar and just ask your permission, you know, because it's singing a song and we had, I think, 32 people in our canoe when we are shore. We'd like to do something like that again. True, it's my first time going in 20 years again, so excited.
Thanks, yeah.
I do want to say the canoes will be coming into the reservation, down on the reservation area. So with the dams being out, we have 100 new acres of beach. And we'll be talking more about that protocol because we're not expecting the canoes to be held out on the water. As soon as you come in, you'll come in because of depending on the weather and the waves.
Yes, yeah.
Hi, I'm Cindy Peterson. We're from the Alaska Tlingit and Haida tribe, but we reside in Seattle. We have over half of our tribal members now that live outside of Seattle. So we have a canoe family in Seattle called the Ganat Canoe Family. And this year, Sedutz is carving out a canoe down at the Wooden Boat Center from a log that was gifted from the Forest Service up in Alaska.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Adrian Atlow, and come from the Close, the name of the First Nation. And I have come with many of my sisters and brothers and my aunts and uncles, and I'm glad to be here.
I'm Natalie Stinkin. I'm a member of the All Nation Paddles Up Canoe Family. I'm strong women of the water. My name is I'm also a member of the All Nations Paddles Up, and I'm from Nanaimo, big thing on the island.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jody Simkin. I'm from the All Nations Paddles Up Canoe Family and the Strong Women of the Water Canoe.
Hi, I'm Sven Bergstrom. I'm the skipper for Sparrow Canoe Sport.
I'm Captain Sonia with Sparrow Canoe Support. We're super excited about being here today and first canoe journey meeting. We focus on the canoe year round. We've supported on-water support from Juneau to Alcatraz. So this is going to be a good one this year. We're excited to be able to see areas. It's a good day today. Nice to see you.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Royal. I'm part of the Oliver Canoe family. I'm a strong woman of the waters. As well.
Hi, Robin Rattlesnake. I'm part of the All Nations Canoe family and Strong Women of the Water. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emily Baker. I'm part of the All Nations Canoe family and Strong Women of the Water, and I'm very grateful today for the space and the food and everybody's hospitality. Thank you for having me.
Hi, my name is Neil Atleo from Hausa, BC. Like everybody else, I'm excited for this process to be happening. Excited to go. Thanks for having us.
Hello, I'm Michelle Robinson. My traditional name is Elwha. I'm from Cahoose First Nation, so I come from a few canoe families. So I'm the Cahoose First Nation family, but one of the founders of the Strong Women of the Water All Nation Paddle Up. My husband is Paul Robinson, and that's the Papuan chief. So I have my finger dipped in a few our family canoes. So, and it's a real honor to be here. I was really excited to. I call it the canoe magic, right? It's our people believe in magic, and this is magic. Like getting this, so it's really powerful to come and share energy when we put our paddles in the water, and that energy goes all up and down the coast, and it's alive. So it's really beautiful. Honor to be here. It's so good to see everybody. Thank you for opening your homes, Freddie. You're always so good to us. You know, we come and do our little paddles and in another you guys' territory, and you just treat us so good. So we love you for that. We never forget that. So,
Welcome. My name is Raymond Chester Moon. I'm the skipper of the Pink Paddle Canoe. My traditional name is Nathan G. Originally from Wakeman Sound. I'm the boss of my son's canoe.
Yes.
I just want to say to all of you, you are nice. I haven't been a part of this for a year, but I missed you all, and it's nice to see you. It really is. I'm emotional. Thank you, and I love you all just for being here for tonight. Thank you, Freddie, for opening up. Thank you, Crystal.
Of course, brother. Okay. Yeah.
My name is Cindy Charles. I'm from the Elwha, and I'm here to observe and learn. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Laura. My name is Laura. Just here supporting Canoe Journey. Thank you for listening.
Hi, everybody. I'm Glenda McCabe Purnell. I'm honored to be here. I'd like to thank the chat and food for all of us to come in and meet and gather in a good way. I'm from Old Nassau, Hawaii. I live currently on the name of territory in Vancouver Island. Thanks, you.
Siem no Sokwen, Siem no Sietya. It's in total of an Alcaminum Squall. And the Altawit, the Alpase. Swinit Marfnasnes Krista. Denise at Atrestabenes E. Plahus. I am here representing All Nations Paddles Up, the Strong Woman of the Water. And I want to say hi to Kasiem, to the cooks, and hosting this. Hi to Kasiem. Hi.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Jack Kasiem, Siem Nasiaya. Hi, Kasiem Sokwan, Snow Siem. Really grateful to be here. My traditional name is Kuala. I come from Semanis First Nation and Penalta Island. Really grateful to bring us together. Not to swallow and see to watch us CM to swallow and CM. Really want to thank you for starting the ceremony with this meeting today. We're starting now. 5 times swallowing. We're fixing our swallowings now for that water. You know, this morning we were having breakfast, complimentary breakfasts, and the healing started this morning. Some camp stuff, their spirit there, cry, getting ready, get really fixing their spirit. My uncle, my aunties and sisters and all strong women of water, surrounded by all the women, Yeah, it's good. So I just really want to thank you for that, because some of us, we live in the same city, we don't visit.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, in the United States to visit. So I just really want to, we're really getting our paddles ready now. You know, and I usually don't get ready this early, but this year I am. Because we're all in our own healing journeys, in our own ways as Kwamo people. You know, so I'm just really grateful. Feels like there's going to be lots of healing. And I want to thank the hosts. The hosts, you know, lots of healing going to happen. I want to thank our cooks for their medicine, for real good food. I can't want to eat. Yeah, I just really want to thank you and with all nations over there and strong women in water. And so I'm really grateful to be here. Hi, Tom. Christian.
Go ahead, Brenda. You just walked in. I'm putting you on the spot. We're just doing introductions. Brenda, just so you know, Brenda she's a Lummi coho, okay? If you don't know what a Lummi coho is, it's one of the #1 baseball teams when I was a kid growing up, and I was the bat boy. And Brenda used to play with the Lummi cohos. She used to play with my sisters, Tina and Doreen and Marcy, and all of my sisters. And so Brenda, she's kind of our family. But go ahead, Brenda.
Well, I'm Brenda Charles. I'm originally from Lower Elwha. Lived in Lummi. Been here for many years. And so proud of my family from Elwha to come up and be at this meeting and everything. So welcome everybody.
And Sam. Go ahead, Brenda.
Tobishton, Satnasna,
That's a funny son. My name's Brennan Morris. Traditional name is Television from here in Lummi. From our Northwest Indian College Canoe. Last year we started here in Lummi and went all the way on, and we're hoping to go again this year. Started here in Lummi. We have students, staff, and community members from all over in our canoes. We're hoping to do that again. So I'm great to be here. Grateful. See our guests and everyone from all over.
It's him.
Hi, my name is Cody Ferrier. I'm from here, Lummi, Sandy Point. Paddle with the Elwha canoe. It was my first paddle last year, and excited to start again and playing and be a part of the whole thing this year.
Okay,
I am Mary. I am from the Think Water family, Sandy Point. I am also I was ground crew for Enwick. And boy, they didn't tell me what that entailed. I don't know what I was. But it was an honor, and it was. I brought my son and my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law and my other granddaughter to, involve the whole family, and we're honored to come again. And one of my children is Elwha. And I'd love for her to come, but we're gonna represent for her. So Ashka family feeding us so much, and Kathy Steve Smoke Coffee and Chips. My name is Kathy Wetland, and I smoke coffee.
All right, welcome.
Part of the community journey committee, and thank you so much for allowing us to come and give us.
It's him. Welcome.
I'm Deborah Mathis, it's 25. And
All right, welcome. All right.
My name's Travis Swift. I'm also with Snoqualmie Tribe, part of the Canoe Journey Planning Committee. I also pull on the canoe. Grateful to our hosts, grateful to our cooks, all of you, and grateful to our future hosts in Elwha.
Sam.
Okay, everyone. My name is Ale Abreu, and I'm with Canoe Journey Herbalists. We're an intertribal group. I know some of you from Journeys, and yeah, just honored to be here and honored to just be growing in relationship to the plants, to the land, and really here to support all the canoe families with all the different plant medicines and the different traditional healers that come and join us along the journey to just support you all and to support the healing and deepen into the ceremony and the prayers. And just really glad and honored to be here. Thank you for hosting. Thank you to the cooks, and thank you to all of you who came from far or near to share in this way.
It's him. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Cecil.
I'm Cecil. FEB. Sure.
He's just here, everybody. He's here. All the way from the FA. He's just here, he said. Glad you made it, brother.
Glad you're here.
Go.
My name is Ayasha Ferrier, and I'm from Lummi.
It's him. Welcome. Welcome. Good.
Good afternoon. I'm Luke Chester. I'm here with my son Raymond Moon. Harry Moon's my husband. Big paddle. Thank you. Thank you to our host. Thank you to our beautiful cooks.
It's him. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Good.
I'm Jazzy. I communicate with the absolute value of all pronouns, born on the Philippine Islands. My first time on a canoe ever, and my first journey was with Northwest Indian College canoe family, and I'm here because I have faith in the medicine that you all bring, and experiencing protocol, experiencing the waters. It's like that's no matter what's happened with all the relations, everything in between. It's I've felt it across oceans, and it would be a shame to turn away so quickly. So I'm here.
Listen.
Hi, my name is Anna Earl. I'm from Nooksack. I serve as vice chair on the council, and I'm the events coordinator also. So I didn't want to miss out on the opportunity to plan. And thank you to the cooks, to Freddie, to Elwha for being here, Lower Elwha for being here. I just think that the canoe journey is such a time to unify, and how much more important it is to unify right now. And to remind that we're here, that we're strong, and how important it is for the tribes to be unified and to come out with a strong voice. And so I'm just grateful to be part of this today.
Good morning. Hello. My name is Esther Soto. I am part of the Portland All Nations canoe family down in Portland, Oregon. I'm this year representing. Chocolate to see thanks everyone.
You drove all the way from Portland?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he drove. Oh, yeah. He drove from Portland. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Too long shit sock view, Portland All Nations Canoe Family. I'm James Ironheart from Soxwaddle Indian Tribe. I work for Portland All Nations Canoe Family. We moved to Portland 2 years ago. And I was gonna thank Cooks and thank all for hosting.
That's him. Yeah. It's him. Come on up, Dora. Tina, come on up. Come on right out in the middle. I want everybody to see you guys. Putting my family on the spot. This is what we do here. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. Go ahead.
Welcome everyone to welcome to our home.
Tell them your name.
My name is Doreen from Eastina Lane. Freddie's our younger brother. My name is Tina Kumwisawat, and Doreen and I are twins. I'm 11 minutes older than you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome. Thank you.
Sam, gotcha.
My name is Keenan. Doreen's my mom. My name is Jatchit, and I'm just here for the chowder.
Yeah, just here for the chow. Just be honest. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Welcome, everybody.
Well, I just, thank you everybody for your introductions and our laughs and I just just thankful. So Caleb, this is again our home. Welcome. Just really good feeling here, and I hope this is there was a reason why we weren't at the community center. And it's because we need this, and that's what our family is going to experience, is our Clallam family coming together, my relatives on my grandmother, my grandfather, Felix. That's how we're related. We're all related. We always have to remember that in our canoe family. This is how strong I believe in you. And just look at this, just the warmth here, just little bit of love. And you guys answered the call. And it's starting to snow, and I'm going to cut this short because I'm joking. But that's my cue. When I see the snow, I'm like, okay, friend, you're at 33 minutes. But just looking at the map, Harry might share some dates. And we just kind of just wanted everyone to be able to walk away with the map. And I got this on my computer. I'll update it, and I'll share it with our relatives here, Madam Chairwoman and our Elwha family. But just on the map, just when you look at it, I just did from Lummi, and our relatives from Nooksack are here. And so Nooksack was going to be July 19th, and then Lummi was going to be the 20th, and then we were going to paddle into Bellingham and let their canoes rest overnight, because we never come into Bellingham. That was our idea there for the 20th and the 21st, and then we'll still camp here at Lummi, but we don't go. We've learned to come into our traditional territories, and that's where our longhouse was. And so we're remembering like Hutcher said, our ancestral highways. And then from there, we'll go to Samish, potentially on the 22nd. You know, all this pans out. Swinomish, July 23rd. Tulalip, July 24th. Suquamish is kind of a traditional 2-day. We just kind of left it and the snow's getting harder, I'm sorry to say. July 25th and 26th. And then the 27th, Port Gamble. We'll make our way up to Port Townsend on the 28th. The 29th, we'll be in Jamestown. And then the 30th, if correct me if I'm wrong, we'll land in Port Angeles. And that'll be like a soft landing kind of. But I think it's really nice that we'll be able to land and not have to rush and the next day set up camp. I think that's a really, 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 I think it helps a lot of our canoe families. And so that's all I have for the meeting. Thank you, everybody. That's my little that's our path, and there's canoes that are going to start here. And so I'm just doing the invite now. Our relatives here at the Northwest Indian College. We got our Nooksack relatives here. And so a lot of times people will come and they'll camp here. They might go camp up Birch Bay, but you're all welcome to come here. And then on the 19th, I think I know it's a Saturday because I have this memorized. But Saturday the 19th, they'll land. And then the 20th, we'll come down and land here at Lummi. And so you're welcome to camp here and start here in any of the canoes. I'm just going to say this, just kind of like today, I'm kind of on my own, but we're really resilient and a little bit more help. I got the community center reserved already for July 20th and 21st. So we'll have the showers available the 20th and 21st here at Lummi. And again, that's about a 10-day pull if the map stays as scheduled. And I'm working with the Port of Bellingham, and this is for the coordinator to remember. There's going to be a lot of safety boats that'll start, and they need places to moor. And so we'll have moorage. People could just check with me. And we have friends at the Port of Bellingham that we're working with as well. And I don't get permits for my fires on the beach. So you guys go ahead and build a fire on the beach and feel moved. But I think other than that, I let people know Costco's here, Walmart's 20 minutes away, and we'll have a really nice visit here come mid-July. I'm not saying it's that far away, but I'm 180 days comes pretty fast, and I know you guys are all resilient. I know Madam Chairwoman also mentioned that. They might be planning a March 1st meeting. They're working on an Elwha, and so they'll if they do confirm that, just and I'm not sure how Harry, if any of the other canoe families that might be here, that might want to I know some canoe families from Muckleshoot, Swinomish, they'll step forward and have meetings, and they'll be reaching out to have some regional meetings out on the ocean, up across the border. Should you guys have a meeting on the island there, Harry, I know it'll come up really fast. We usually have a meeting here, Stalmish weekend. Okay, we usually do, and that's just, but we didn't have one last year, so I think this is a really good start this year to, let somebody else pick up the reins and help host. And I want to do this right now with our tribe. I'm a former council member, and I just turned into a junior elder, so I'm not afraid to ask my tribe, to donate to our relatives. And so I just encourage that with a lot of you tribal leaders, young tribal leaders, our relatives. I just have to share this. when we took the totem pole in 2021 across the country. And it was our relatives from Elwha. And they were the only tribe that gave us $10,000 on our totem journey. And that got us all the way across the country. It helped our vehicle. And so I just want you guys to know that I remember that, Madam Chairwoman. I remember because I had a hard time getting money from my own tribe of helping us do this work. But we know that the good work that we do together, whether it be a totem journey, whether it be canoe journey, whether it be standing up with our relatives to bring down the dams or to protect their forests, we're salmon people. And so I just am glad a lot of young people are here to hear this, because I know I'm not going to be here forever. And but we paddle our ancestral highways because our ancestors are buried all out in the bays, in the mountains, along every river, out in the islands, wherever we go. And as Hutchqualton said, our villages, this is our sacred ancestral highway. And so I just encourage a word of safety. I'm a safety first person. And I look at the tides. When you walk away today and you see where the tides, I have the tides already for coming into Bellingham. And so just start figuring that out for your host and for you guys that are, I know a lot of you guys do this all by yourself in your communities. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. Look at it. It's four of us. It's just four of us. But look what we did. And I just want to, again, raise my hands to each of you. And I don't want to take up too much more time, but just thanking you. And I just want to, any of the skippers, anybody that has a burning desire to share with our family here. And that hug goes a long way when you guys leave and walk out this door, to our host, to our elders here, that handshake, that hug to the cooks. It's okay. Canoe Journey is a safe place. And I'm so proud of you guys for being here. Hammer, thank you for being here. Thank you. And thanking all of our ancestors. Just want to say that. We got to remember, because that's who we are and that's where we come from. And so just these few words, madam. Go ahead.
Like I indicated earlier with what's happening in DC with the immigration process, really work with your communities across the waters here with our relatives on making sure you have the proper IDs on those parts of it, because we're running into some of those issues and we're right across the border. Last year when I went down there to announce and putting up signs identifying where the reservation was, I got approached by one of the border patrolmen and he wanted to know what I was doing, and I told him that we were hosted and wait for some of the canoes to come across. And his indication was, well, they have to stop down here first. They need to check in with us. And I told him, no, we're a sovereign nation and they're landing on the reservation, so they don't need your approval. And if you're going to come across on the ferry, make sure you start making reservations, because it does fill up pretty good, especially when you're coming across on the coho at that time of year because of the tourism. So those are some of the things that we're looking at and we're watching for, because we're even talking with our own families and having them get their tribal IDs in place and then order and updated and all of that, and their Washington state IDs they're coming up with new laws as of things. So we're looking at those parts of it just as well. But don't hesitate to call me and ask questions if you have any on there. I know we'll be talking later, Harry, on some of those processes and whatnot, because we're looking at with you guys coming across and landing right into the beach on the 31st.
is what our goals are in that one. And of course, we always think of Plan B with the weather. So we know that we were hampered with that last year, and we'll talk more when that time comes, and we'll just keep the prayers for everything to be sunny and smooth as that has been, but not so hot like it was last year. I mean, I just wanted to make that announcement.
Excuse me, how many days do you plan for protocol?
So we're expecting the canoes to land on the 31st, and we're going to the project.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you for bringing that up because I was hoping to be able to speak about this. But again, my name is Robin Rattlesnake, and I actually am the Regional Indigenous Affairs Advisor for Canada Border Services Agency. And that I actually started learning about travel journeys and then becoming part of it through my position with Canada Border Service Agency when Jody reached out to address some of these issues that you brought up. And so we've done some actually pretty interesting things and have removed some of those barriers that when we did cross the border. So I am available to anybody if they have any questions or would like to address some concerns that they have. You can also share my information with personal people because sometimes they don't want to give you all their information. But if there are areas where I could reach out in advance to my counterparts at USCBP to address issues and maybe give them advance warning, educate them, give them a presentation, whatever needs to be done to facilitate crossing of the border and addressing the issues. So I do have cards with me, so if anyone would like one and we can discuss it further. I really do like actually the Haida Nation. They're really fun to work with because they just call me and be like, this is what we want. You know, like, we need to come and do this. Clear and easy for me. I can do it or I can't do it. So I really like that. But yeah, I want to help. Ruth Taylor can't be here today. She is my coworker, but that's what we do. So we're trying to address those issues and prepare everyone on our side and your side to make things go easier. So please let me know. I'll give you my card. We can discuss it earlier. Sure. Yeah. So thank you.
What was your name again?
Robin Rattlesnake.
Oh, okay.
You won't forget Rattlesnake. And nobody's gonna put her up on our website, the only she's paddle, and nobody's allowed to steal her from our canoe.
Oh. Yeah.
You guys, the Pink Paddle Canoe family, and we're gonna do a celebration of life, peace. For a lot of the people that paddled with us that are no longer here. We're also going to do, we're hoping that their supporters come. They need to be recognized. It takes love. Thank you a lot for Raymond and Nurse to stand up and make sure I get what I need. And I lost my father to lung cancer. My mother was just diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And I promised my late daughter we would do this. But my daughter left us a couple of years ago. But I want to do it. And I want my mom to see it. I'm a survivor. I've had cancer twice. I'm still fighting the second one. And it's tearing the hell out of my body right now. But I had to come over here to see you guys. But I wanted to invite everybody. Pink Paddle comes from Lower Elwha, the flag. We were asked to carry the flag from Jody, Derek Charles, and Birdie. We've also got through the years in tribal journeys, we've also had a lot of support from Lower Elwha. They've helped us out food wise, financially, from day to day. We did things day to day. We didn't plan the whole thing. But we're here today to invite you guys. And the reason we're here too is to see when we were hoping to do it before the canoes leave from Canada on the East Coast. So on behalf of our family of Pink Paddle, we invite all of you, anybody that wants to come and sit there and celebrate the life of those that have gone. The reason we're doing it is we've had a lot of people through the years that their families can't have memorial potlatches because of the culture they're in. So we said we can do it. We'll help them regain their strength, rebuild the energy that they lost because they still mourn it. It's not an easy thing to get over, especially the survivors and the families that have to go through it. That's hard. We may look happy and joyful on the outside, but inside we're burning. You know, it's like I said earlier, I'm just so happy to be here today. It's the first time I've seen a lot of you in 2 years. I went to this grandma big house and they brushed me off. And the guy who brushed me off said, you need to go get yourself checked out. And I kind of looked at him like, but I was having pain. So I went and I found out my cancer was back. So they did the procedure just 2 days before the canoes left Esquimalt or Beecher Bay. And I couldn't travel as much as I wanted to. I always have to remember who my bosses are. You know, and that's one of the things I have a hard time doing because I've been doing this since 1992. Last year was the first time I've ever missed. And I just want to say to all of you new faces that I see, I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you carrying on the traditional that other people in your village have started to do too. Keep doing it. Don't be afraid to reach out. We're all here for each other. I'm like that. I've been I think it was Muckleshoot. We need help trying to communicate with Canada. Phone me up and then I'd phone everybody in Canada. When are you guys going? Back then there was no internet. Oh, she used to say, how come our phone bill's high? Oh, don't worry about it. But that's how much it means to me. You know, not just to myself, my mom, she knows that too. All my uplifting comes from seeing you, all of you. It's nice to see you, Paul. I started doing traditional. Arnie directed me to your brothers or your uncles. They started sending me Indian medicine. Yeah, and I want to thank you, and I want you to know that because they're your family. And they do that to a lot of people in Victoria. I just found out. That made me even more happy because I just started meeting more survivors in Victoria. And a lot of them are looking at me going, boy, you don't look like you're sick. That's just, you know, some of us are like that. But I want to say thank you, and I want you to know it. Your family's made a big, means a lot to me.
Neil too.
Yeah. Arnie, yeah. And that's all it took is going on the internet and sharing it with one person. Next thing you know, I got people saying, have you tried this? Have you tried that? At one time, I was taking 19 different pills a day. Now I'm down to 9. they keep giving me, every time I go for tests, they keep trying to tell me I need stronger painkillers. I don't take them. They can tell you it's sitting in my trunk because I started taking Indian medicine. And that's one of the things I wanted to share is that Indian medicine, it really does help if you believe in it and you keep taking it when you're supposed to, not supposed to, but when you need it. That's the what you call about it. If you don't take it certain times, you take it when you know you need it. And I'm just starting to eat again. There are times I can go days without eating because of the cancer. But I'm just so proud and I want to say thank you to you all for listening to me. And again, we'll put the date on the website. To invite everybody. The reason we want to do it, I want to do it in our nation is because of our seniors. A lot of our seniors can't cross the border. Our dancers, some of them won't take their regalia across. Some will, but some won't. And it's always our seniors that we really need. So I want to say thank you all for listening to me and thank you for being a big part of my healing journey today because this really means a lot. Thank you all.
What's him? Thank you, Harry. Anybody, the floor is open. Skippers, junior skippers in denial. Just kidding. Anybody have any questions for the relatives? Anyone? Go ahead.
I have a little bit, so it's, I kind of just found out about this grant from NASA recently, and as y'all are a little familiar with the political landscape lately of like the financing fees and kind of a lot of that. So it's, this past week has been just a lot, but it's a grant that's like specifically asking for feedback from community, or in this case it would be seated at Northwest Indian College as a PCU, but it would just be like advanced air mobility type of things. And it was mentioned before of like kind of just emergency response and like working with Bellingham Bay, but it's not, we don't have to like quote unquote pay the researchers. It's NASA researchers and whatnot that do this kind of work, and it's not necessarily like we're developing the technology of like these drones and these things. It's a community thing of how would it impact this community, and I'd have to work more closely with NOAC, and it's been this the past 2 weeks, and it's I believe it's like 250,000 for 3 years, and that's kind of like as it is type of thing, and it's advanced air mobility, and I've had like some experience with breaking some rules over at the island over there, Portage Island, and them using kind of like drones to like check it out. It's like, you coming back or what? And it's that's also part of why I kind of thought of this as like another avenue of kind of tying this all into Canoe Journey, and it's the grant is officially due on the 3rd of March, and the funds will be like released in June, and it's not like a guarantee, but it might not be for this specific journey because it's the timeline is like this journey starts in July, and that's a lot of quote unquote unsupported, unpaid work, and it's but we're not not new to that. We started like our canoe journey as a Elwha family with like activities coordinator budget, and we keep working towards that, and we're familiar with that. And it's that's one of those things, and it's advanced air mobility. It's a NASA fund, and we gotta work together to make it happen because it's a lump sum of money, and the other part was like I started a chemistry fellowship back in 2021 that had a gift of algae culture, and kind of been working a little bit with the Lummi hatchery here of like what has that looked like, and it's so far what we've seen is that like they get the full grown oysters. I have no like good gauge on just like how big they are, but like it's once they're fed this, it's kind of like it's almost like terminal for them. Like they just breed like crazy and then they die. So that's but there's still an interest with the chair, like the department chair of chemistry, of like kind of like what those relations are for, because it's that algae specifically. Like we started with it with like jet fuel capacity, pharmaceuticals, and cosmetics. So it's like the waxes that's derived from that, and that's richness that's indigenous. That's richness that belongs to lands and waters, and that's not like it's not a corporate type thing. Yeah. So those are kind of like the two things that I wanted to bring up here, because it's back in 2021 was when that started, and it feels unfinished, and it feels hard to leave like that. And the other part is like it's kind of like like a little bit of a new opportunity. It's a little shaky with like the political landscape, but it's like I have faith that in a way it'll be secure, and that's like I'm kind of the main point person for both of those. And there's another like someone that's possibly a co-PI from anyway, can probably would have asked Brandon if it like was like a little earlier than this. So it's just wanted to bring those 2 points up, and grateful to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. And I think that's a good, point too. It's time to get your advocating for applying for, grant, it's a lot of time to start fundraising, canoe families. I'm just gonna say this, I don't ask my tribe for nothing. And that's nothing personal. It's just I don't think my government or a council should determine how I practice my culture. So I say it that way, but that's just it's so just start fundraising. And if you don't have a Venmo card or you don't have a Cash App card for your canoe family, hey man, no, those are great ways to people don't carry cash anymore. I'm just saying this. They have Venmo cards and they have Cash App, and if they want to donate to your cause, that's a great avenue. I just want to share that. So.
So I'm just sharing on behalf of All Nations, our canoe training, which is actually Canoe Olympics, will be held the last weekend in June in Shell Beach, and it includes a one-day paddle. You can go on the All Nations site and we'll put some more information out. We don't charge any money, but it doesn't cost any canoe family to participate if they'd like to join us. Our All Nations canoe, the Strong Women of the Water canoe, will be traveling with Paul's family coming down from Howsett. But our last pull of the season is always the Strong Women of the Water pull. So all women, we write little tiny brackets, and the men who support us. So there's always a handful. And that canoe pull is happening from Vancouver, BC, up through the Sunshine Coast and back to Vancouver. And it happens the weekend after Labor Day. So if you want more information, go online. That canoe pull always fills up. So if you are interested in joining the women's pull, that's where the Strong Women come from. And we extend the invitation to you, understanding that we need to know in advance. The canoe pulls, that one fills up by the end of February. And last year it filled up in February and no one dropped out because the full canoe at the end. So if you'd like to join us, just reach out, All Nations, and that's where Robin's information will be as well. So thanks, Grace.
Thank you. Anybody else? Like I mentioned, I just have since Jody's doing the invite here too, I'm gonna step right up and just share a little bit. You might have to share because I thought there would only be 25 people here, so I only made 25 copies. And you could just share these. This is your official invite to the Gathering of Eagles. And
Right, if you want it up on the website.
sure, and this happens, this is in May. Just gives you an idea of after I hosted Canoe Journey and I was the director in '07, I just started doing my own potlatches. And so this is your invitation. This is our 5th annual. So you're all welcome. We paddle on the back. It just kind of gives our host the research that I do and how I look at a simplified event. But it just has it even has the times when the ferries leave out in the islands. But that's we leave Anacortes and we paddle to our traditional territory and we land back at Lummi on Memorial Day weekend. And I'm having I added a new day. It's on Saturday, the 24th, and it's a Coast Salish Day. So it's kind of a Coast Salish Pride Day. And canoes can just paddle from Lummi and come into Bellingham with us. But this is how our ability to bring our canoes into our traditional homelands. Not saying we forced ourselves to become a part of Ski to Sea, but that's what we did. And it was a real nice invitation. And so you're all welcome to take part in any of this. And again, it just shows you a little idea of what I love to do. This is my annual potlatch. I fundraise all by myself and do this in a good way with a good heart. I just want y'all to know that we did do our first gathering of eagles in Maui. And it was 12/12/24. So every year it's December 12th, 2025. We go to Maui, we prepare on waves. It's just a little something that we only do with our canoe families. Hint, hint. And so, we just do this. And these are just little things that we do as canoe families and friends and to share and care. And our Hawaiian relatives came to Elwha and I'm trying to twist their arm. I'm like, come paddle with us, come paddle with us. And so, our reach is far and our love and appreciation for each of you, our relatives coming from the islands that have to come all the way to the States to visit. Yeah. And that's okay. But anybody else, you have anything to add? Any questions for the host? Okay. If you don't want to ask it right here on camera, hey, that's okay. Go ahead.
I might have missed it, but do we have a theme this year as to,
a theme?
What we're calling it?
A theme for the journey, for the Elwha, okay.
Dams removed, a river reborn, spirits renewed.
That's beautiful. Can you say it one more time?
Dams removed, a river reborn, spirits renewed. Paddle to Elwha 2025.
Yeah.
Really come back.
River or something. But Madam Chairwoman, I know I'm going to make the sun come out here. We're getting all the weather here, and it's really a blessing. I just really thanking our elders for being here, and the family for traveling so far, and Brenda actually coming down to my house, and the ACM breaking right here at Siam. Good to see you, Brenda. So good to see you, my friend. But go ahead.
So just to clarify, was Elwha going to have a meeting March 1st at Elwha? Or no?
The meeting on March 1st, we're talking about it. We'll get the notice out there.
Okay.
They'll get the notice out about March 1st. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but yeah, that's kind of the plan. And then everyone, you want to host a meeting, go ahead.
A packet right now, so we'll get that out on the website with everybody. And if I could take a picture of that sign up feed that was going around.
Sure, we'll send it with you. Yeah, we'll make sure we send it with you. Go ahead.
I for the last journey run, I was really, and it's just, I'm not a vendor, but I know
for Canada, we don't have the casinos and we don't have tribal money and that kind of money. And so my heart goes out to the vendors and, you know, my very first journey was for Elwha in 2005. And so it was so powerful. And you just see the young kids running around with 50 tickets and they're running around. And so that was stopped by a lot of people this past journey. And I'm like, how are our people going to be able to make it if they can't sell $100 in tickets or they can't have a raffle or they can't, you know, so it was really tough because some of them were, you know, making their homemade t-shirts and we go buy those homemade t-shirts, right? So, you know, they're making $200 on t-shirts out of their truck. And so, you know, if they're not organized and can't be the whatever it is for, you know, the vendor fee, I just, my heart went out to them because they were, a lot of them would come to me and I'm like, I have no power or control of that. I'm not, you know, and so I just would like that request to go out. It was really neat to see little kids selling bags of candy too, right? You know, they didn't get a permit, they didn't pay a payroll. And so my heart is really, was really crushed for them. So I'm asking if you guys could consider that, you know, you let our people do what we've done for many, you know, and it's just really powerful. I just, my heart would go out to them just because of that. You know, I mean, it seems chaotic, but boy, when you see that that's what gets people that extra $80 and some a little bit more closer to and a little bit more home. So just to put that out there, I appreciate you. I guess it's some of that.
It's a good point. You know, last year was our first journey and Hutch and Quilton's first journey. And, you know, we weren't able to sell arts and crafts. You know, that kind of hurt. And it just was kind of tough. And I absolutely 100% understand because how, as a host, as a former organizer for '07, how I remember is how my elders told me is you invited them, you take care of every single canoe family that comes. And so I felt that a little bit last year, like I just was kind of in I don't say anything. I don't normally say anything, but it was all our own money. It was all our own. So we all know the sacrifices. I think that it's a really good point. I was always you know, I always make sure anybody that I invite to the gathering, you know, you come right in and set up right inside the community center, front and center, you know, the relatives that were invited and so that's just hospitality. When we hosted in '07, you know, it was honor, healing, happiness, hope, and hospitality. And that's what we started with the Gathering of Eagles back in the day, and we still do it. And so I agree. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, after what our grandfather did. Grandfather and grandfather. They both of all the people come there, Lummi, kids, food, and everything. They're like high class people, like we are grandfather, what grandfather. So they just going down our grandparents' ways of life. I'd like to thank everybody for coming. My friend made me speak of the politics.
Yeah.
And we got down to Maui, they honored me too and put their regalia on the wine pit. Took me and baptized me and everything. Personally, it was really, really something going to New Jersey. And that's the only time you get to travel, the time travel, go back in time. You know, we can do that. Indian people travel back into time. They were ancestors. One way to look at it.
That's it.
Thank you everybody for coming. My second year, you gave me the legal factor. Legal factor. Really helped me personally because I lost my son and I began to surgery. I'm down there walking through the next. The sister come down and told me I lost my son, my only son that had that. So I went on a surgery for my own self. Medicine really helped me a lot. Hard when you read the third one. And I'm thankful for all the medicine that I got. Not from the people. Being on surgery. So much medicine. Medicine, everything, everybody. You take what you need, pull it in your heart. I can thank Fred for bringing me out.
Yes.
Kept pestering me. When she comes because they're older than I am. Once you come to be my elder, yeah, I suppose I could do that. I ain't doing nothing till just I'll practice my way to life. And I'm a Christian and I've slept in all these islands, all these days. It's for our grandpa, his, except for his class, his very kid. Grandma said stories all got to take them out because they wanted to go home when I was 15 years old. Took them down down Long Island when I was 15. They were in the 70s. They said they wanted to go home and then they wanted to see the village, the old village site. They spent all their life taking the people out of the island, bringing them up to the cemetery. Their whole life they did that. Thank you again, once again.
Yes.
For coming.
Me too.
I sit down.
Yes.
Well, just get the story. You know where we got from that? I sit down. And then our elders are eating crab on the beach. And it's getting live in the basket. We get this fill of crab. That's the crab's going to scurry back out. And one come back, hi, Christian. That's good.
So now you guys know why we go like this. We're really going like this. See,
where we live in talk to some of the animals. You know?
Yeah.
We're the third people on this earth of human beings. Second people is all the animals. First people is all the rocks, all the dirt and everything. They're the first people of the earth. Rock people. You know, the rock people they stand on their shoulders so we can see the crater when we go up high in the mountain. Who's there? The rock people. They were slowed down. Our creator frozen in time. You see how they don't move, but they still move. You know, like the big mountains up high, like Mount Baker, Mount Tahoma. And the people frozen in time. Slowed down so the human beings, like the human beings made our creators in a good way.
It's him.
It's just a little bit of Indian way. I just learned from my grandmother. Spent a lot of time with her. I thought I was just living because that same day, not the birthday. So I thought they took me, but they were teaching me. Once again, I sit down the south.
Yes,
I sit down the south.
Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yes, yeah. Before I finish a little bit of work here, I wanted to just if you want to grab your map and you got a pen or a pencil, and we're gonna just read some potential dates and we'll write them in, and then we'll leave them with our relatives so they could take it to their GIS and take it to their committee so they could finalize what we've just potentially come up. Again, these are not firm dates. Again, you know, we all know this. We add a day in there for a rest, and like you see, I didn't hesitate to have 2 days here at Lummi, but that's just because I want to paddle into Bellingham too for those that want to start here, and then but. Harry and I and our relatives that were here just have some suggestions, so you can write these down. And again, they're just a idea just to finish off our meeting here, Madam Chairwoman, and our relatives just in a good way. Go ahead, relative.
The schedule we came up with from the West Coast, arrival in Lower Elwha, July 31st, Beecher Bay, July 30th, Soup, July 29th, Pachida, July.
Sorry.
Pachida, July 28th, Nitnat, 2 days, the 27th and 26th, Ohio, the 25th, Broken Islands, the 24th.
You're going too fast.
You're going too fast. Start over.
I was trying to ask Jody to read it. No.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. There's pens right behind you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so arriving from the West Coast, Lower Elwha, July 31st, Beecher Bay, July 30th, Soup, the 29th. Okay, come here and pronounce it. The 28th, the 27th and 26th, that's a 2-day stop.
Was that Nitnat?
Well, Nitnat is Diddy Dot, yeah.
Yeah.
25th is Kuwait.
20, what was the Nitnat dates?
The 27th and the 26th, 2-day stop.
Yeah.
Kuwait on the 25th.
What was that?
Kuwait.
Kuwait.
Bamfield.
Is it Broken Island on the map?
Yeah.
Good shot. It's a shot on the 24th. Hewlett on the 23rd. Long Beach on the 22nd. Howsett the 21st. And Hesquit on the 20th. And then on the inside.
Okay, hold on.
There was lots of They're a little slow now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We're good to go? Yeah. Okay. July 30th, Jamestown. July 29th, Port Townsend. July 28th, Port Gamble. July 27th, Suquamish. Not 2-day stop? Yes. Not a 2-day stop? Ready?
Yeah, usually a 2-day.
It's 2-day stop.
It's usually.
So I'm gonna just adjust this. It's the 2-day stop there. So the 27th, that would be the 26th as well. Then the 25th would be Muckleshoot. The 24th is Puyallup. Watching Pebbles hand to make sure I'm the 23rd is Nisqually. And that will make Squaxin the 22nd.
And it's different on this calendar that I made. Okay. Again, it's just determining if the 30th is Port Angeles and the landing date in Elwha is the 31st, then it would, yeah.
So you're looking at Port I'm not too sure about Port Angeles because I'm looking at that from the ones that are coming like from Jamestown and whatnot, but not so much some of the ones that are coming across the water, as well as Cooley and Macaw and Plymouth Point.
I have those ones as well.
Okay.
So we have this coming from the east coast of Vancouver Island. So we would pass the Campbell River on the 21st.
Let's start backwards because that's how I can read it a little bit better.
31st, Lower Elwha.
Okay.
I'm looking for Pebbles. I'm watching her. Okay. The 30th is Beecher Bay.
Okay, I see.
29th is South, and that's usually a 2-day stop.
So the 28th and 29th?
It'd be the 28th and the 27th would be the 2-day stop at Beecher Bay because it's final the 29th.
Okay, I thought you said.
So South is the 28th.
Oh, so that's not a 2-day stop?
28th, and it should be the 28th and the 27th. It's the 2-day stop.
Okay, so Beecher Bay, and then what was the next one?
It's Esquimalt on the 29th.
I thought you said so.
Is that Songhees or no?
Yeah.
Okay, saying it. So that's the 29th Songhees on your map. Okay, South is the 27th and 28th.
Yeah.
So what comes after Esquimalt?
East Saanich.
East Saanich.
And then that would make the 26th would be Cowichan.
Okay, what's the 27th?
27th and 28th are in South.
Okay.
Right?
That's East Saanich.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no stopping Sartlip, right? On my map. I'm looking at my map. Okay.
26th will be Cowichan.
Okay.
The 25th will be Shell Beach.
Okay, where is that? Is that on the map that's known as Chemainus? Okay, so that's Chemainus. So that's 25, right?
25.
Okay.
Then 24 is Nanaimo.
Okay, Nanaimo, 24. Okay.
23 is Nanaus.
Okay.
22 is Qualicum.
22. Okay.
21 is Comox.
Ocean.
And 20 is Campbell River. We will come.
Okay, so just all the way straight up. Okay. 20, that's 20, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they just did them.
Who was the 27th?
Oh,
okay. That's what it is.
Did you guys get that in there?
Shaking heads, yes.
Okay.
So then the next one is from
Can you do West Coast again for me? Just sorry, I'm
I'll stand here for now. Okay.
from Souk. Sorry.
That would be the 31st in Lower Elwha.
Okay.
The 30th in Beecher Bay.
Okay.
The 29th in Souk.
Okay.
The 28th in Wachita.
28. Okay.
The 27th, Diddy Dot or Nitnat.
Diddy Dot 27.
26 and 27?
Yeah.
26 and 27.
Yeah,
Okay.
stop.
Thank you.
The 25th, Kuwait.
Oh yeah, 25th. Okay.
The 24th. What's the one? Sishop.
Tushot.
Yeah, Sishop.
24. Okay.
The 23rd is Ucluelet.
You cue that. Okay.
The 22nd, Long Beach.
Okay.
The 21st to house it.
21. Okay.
And the 20th Hesquia.
And the 20th Hesquia. Okay.
So then we have Pillar Point on July 30th.
Okay, this is West Coast, Washington State, everybody. Pillar Point.
Pillar Point on July 30th.
July 30th, okay.
July 29th is Macaw.
29. Okay.
28. Wait, so 28.
28, okay.
The 27th.
Hoe River?
Yeah, it's Hoe River. And the 26th is Quinault, but this one. Okay, 26th is Quinault. Those are the only dates on that one.
Okay. And nobody coming from Squamish or Swassen
So
at this
talked to
point?
Drew, and Drew is coming. He's going across. So we'll come
Okay.
that way. Drew is coming from Almond over to Comox, so his doesn't have to be on the map. He's gonna pick up in Comox.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody need anything repeated? We can post this on the allnationspaddlesapp.com site, so we'll keep that updated map on there. What day was Hoe River?
27.
Yep.
Days Hoe River.
27.
20. What day's Hoe River? You guys are funny. All right, I'm at 91 minutes. I'm almost on time here. Well, just gonna. Is that you can see me on that, huh? Yeah, it looks good. Open door. Just wanted to do a little bit of work here, a little bit of traditional work, and thank you guys again for answering the call. It's just a little blanket, and it's just a little something that we wanted to call up your Elwha warrior. Just doing this in a good way. Traditionally, we cover the chairwoman, but I just have a little. And I wanted to do this, and I know our relatives and elders and family can understand what I'm doing, but we wanted to stand up the young one, your warrior here. So we wanted to cover you in a good way. Go ahead, you can turn around. And just having you remember this day as one of our witnesses, our young witnesses. Oh yeah. So in 20 years, in 2045. When in 20, he's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, I have this blanket from they had that canoe journey meeting in that house, and it was packed." But I just want him to remember this of how resilient we are. And how we come together as family, and we don't look at what color our skin is, what tribe we're from, what if we're two-spirited or straight, or if we're cooks, or if we're a hunter or a gatherer, or if we're a coho or a gooder. Just kidding. Because we come together as family, and that's what I just wanted to share this with this young man. What was your name again? James. Just to remember this in front of your elders and our family. And I just want you to remember all these faces and their names too. Because we're coming to your territory. We're coming in a few days. And it'll be a blink of an eye, and we'll be getting ready on our paddles. Yeah, and maybe the tribe's gonna send you and Hammer out to the West Coast, and you guys invite all of the tribes, and you say, "I was sent here on behalf of our elders, our youth, our veteran, our council, to welcome you to the paddle to Elwha, inviting you in a good way." That I'm making up your script here, but that's how they taught us. And this is what we do. And this is how we do it. I'm just sharing this little teaching because my buddy Patrick's here. He's going to share a song in a good way. And this will be our prayer song. This will be our departure song. It's never goodbye in our language. It's haikucha. 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 Until we see you again. It's in our language. So I just want to just take this moment to cover our relative here, have him remember to not get up and be afraid. He's not going to be afraid because we all blanketed him, all of us. And when we see him again and we give him a hug or give him a necklace, you're going to remember him. You're going to remember this moment. So when we land on the shores and you see this young warrior welcoming you ashore, bringing you some food for your canoe, you don't know the hospitality that comes from these, our relatives, and how glad they're so glad to have their dam come down and to have their salmon return home. It gives me chills to remember the love that we have for each and every one of us as human beings. We're all a part of the human family, and I just wanted to share this with this young warrior. Not that I'm not a young warrior, now don't get me wrong. But it's just in love and appreciation. Who's in denial now? That's right. Better check it, Patrick. Because this is what we have. It's fun. And we teach and share and care and leave a good word. And that's the spirit that I carry that in my teaching from my family, from my grandparents, and my elders are here to witness. That's how you do it. This is how you do it. You have your elders and your ancestors, and when you share a good word and leave a good meal and let people go home and hope we pray that you all find your homes as you left them, and we pray that you have a safe journey home wherever you may be coming from, wherever you're going. That's what my prayer is today, and thanking the Spirit for bringing this love to our home. And you're always welcome here. You drive by, you're always welcome here. And don't ever forget that. I don't say that to a lot of people because I'm really COVID scared. But that's because look at the love. Feel the love and take that little bit and leave whatever question you have a question with walk up to the chairwoman and shake her hand and give her a hug. Give our relatives a hug because that's going to go a long way. And as a former host, I know how hard they're up against. I know that. And so any way you guys can plan your cold water training, your safety training, making sure everybody that gets in a canoe does it with a good heart and oh my gosh, make sure they could swim. Just kidding. But just love you all in a good way. Patrick, Siam, Nostalgia, thanking you for being here, brother.
Just really want to, or the nephew that we're blanketing, James, it'll be no time. 37 now. I've been doing this work since I was 14. The elders put me in front like this to speak like this. You gotta learn.
Tim.
It wasn't an ask, it was a must. I was voluntold to be doing this. I wasn't asked. You gotta learn this. We're not gonna be here forever, son. One day it's gonna be up to you. Right? I think of my aunties, their mom, Bertha, my grandma, Evelyn, Frank Brown, church people. They travel all over, help the people. I'm glad that we're coming back to who we are as Squamish people. Don't let the outside change who we are. We've been adaptable all our lives. Tariffs, Good try. Our government stepping down. Good for him. He can step down, Trudeau. But don't let them steer us from who we are as Kwalmuk people. It's up to us now. That one day is here. Now, I'm a little elder if my auntie's a junior elder. Still an infant. So, but we need to remember who we are. That's one of the basic teachings and most fundamental teachings of who we are. Remember, capital letter, remember who we are as Kwalmuk people. If you're hurt, my dad, don't stay there long. I know we're losing a lot and losing a lot of our loved ones, but they're never too far away. Remember that. Remember who we are as Kwalmuk. Say that again over and over. There's a reason why repetition is there for our people. Even though I was young once, still young. Why are you telling me over and over again? There's a reason why we do that. Grateful. Only got one grandmother left. Used to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? It's up to us now. Don't be afraid because we know who we are, no matter where we go. So I want to sing a song. I'm going to bring it back to the elders. And I want to thank the elders for their sacred teaching. Because without my grandmothers and not the elders, I wouldn't be here. Right? You know, so I'm just really thanking for the soup. Even the soup in our Siawin lifestyle, our big house. Open our big house now. Our Siawin, the ones that wear the paint. My grandma, she used to have big pot of soup like that, ready for our people to come. Have beds ready. It would be all on the floor. Wasn't fancy. My great grandmother, her house is real hot. Remember that. So I really want to thank our foundation of life, our matriarchs, our elders. It's still present. Our teachings. We need to teach our younger generation that how important who we are, because they keep saying, "Oh, that's in the past." Awa, it's who we are. We need to be patient with our young people, right? Because it's a different time now, but we still need to teach them who we are. These are what the elders have said way before I was even born, to just keep that foundation of who we are and keep teaching them. Even when we get impatient with our children, with our youth, we need to keep teaching them, right? So I'm just really grateful for the elders because I wouldn't be here without my grandmother saying, "Get in the car. You're being mouthy to your mom. Get in the car." She corrected me and she wasn't afraid to. And I'm here today because of it. And I was scared. Right? So we really need to keep our fried bread and butter intact here. Right? We need to keep our traditional ways alive, and that's what we're doing. But don't let them put fear in us, because we know who we are. We know who we are. So this song is thanking our elders for our sacred teachings.
This,
Crab, yeah. That's my horoscope too. Crab. Oh. Hi, Jesse. For having us here today. Yeah.
This, Any burning questions? Any burning
I just wanted to
last chance? What's
know our Elwha family know that we do have we are scheduling meetings in Esquimalt and another one in Nanaimo. We are waiting until their season is over. Last year, somebody in Victoria called a meeting and none of the tribes, South Island tribes, were called. And because they knew who I was, they thought I did it and I didn't. So I'm asking anybody, if you're going to do something in somebody else's territory, please remember you're in somebody else's territory. Out of respect for them, go and ask an elder. So I'm bringing this up because that's important here. So we have talked with them, Esquimalt and Nanaimo, and they both said the same thing, wait till our season's over. We'll set up a date. And what we usually do is when we have it in Nanaimo, house it, Shishot, Gold River, Alert Bay, Camel River, Cape Mudge, and Qualicum always come to the one in Nanaimo. And the one in Victoria, the one they do in Victoria is when we cross over to your reach. Just wanted to share that with you. And the calendar, it's set up, all those canoes are coming. A lot of Alert Bay and Weewaka might not even start from Camel River. They might come to Nanaimo. Qualicum, they all might come to Nanaimo because that's happened in past years. Their villages are on there, but they've never started from there. They've started further down. And I wanted to share that with you guys in case somebody contacts you and says, well, how come we're on the schedule when we haven't been talked to? Those canoes that are coming from those villages, they're family-owned canoes. They don't belong to the tribes. They're family-owned canoes. So that's the reason those communities are on there, because they're coming. They're coming to Elwha. And like I said, when after the season's over, we'll text you and let you know when they want to set up a meeting with you.
Sounds good.
And thank you all. Thank you all. Really appreciate it.
Is